So you're holding this little plastic card, and you're like, why does this thing work? Well, let's be real. It's basically a magical cheat code for your bank account. You tap it, and suddenly you're out of money. But here's the thing, it's not magic. It's just a tiny computer chip that says, hey, I'm allowed to take your money if you know the right password. And that password, well, you're probably holding it right now. And the ATM? It's basically a vending machine for cash. It doesn't care if you're buying a snack or a car. It just wants to see that little card in your PIN, and then it'll hand you money like it's a friendly robot with a bad attitude. But wait, how does it even know where your money is? It's like asking your bank, hey, can I borrow some cash? And then the bank says, only if you're cool with paying interest and having your credit score checked. So, in short, your ATM card is like a tiny spy in your wallet, talking to a robot in a machine, and you're just along for the ride. And you're probably still confused, which is totally normal. So what exactly are we talking about? Let me get this straight. When I stick my card in the machine, it's like handing a robot my credit card number and asking it to give me money. But how does it even know I'm not a fraud? I mean, how does it know I'm not a guy in a mask with a stolen card? Well, the machine has to check if the card is real. It's like when you try to log into your phone and it says, not sure if this is you. Except the ATM is way more serious and has a whole system for that. It's not like it's checking my face, though nope, that's your bank's job. But here's the thing, this whole process is happening in a second. It's like when you ask your friend, hey, do you want to grab some snacks? And they say, yep, sure do, and then you're already at the store. It's fast, it's automatic, and it's all done behind the scenes. So to sum it up, the ATM is like a robot that checks your card, verifies your identity, and gives you money. But it's not like it's handing you a bag of cash, it's just a fancy machine doing a bunch of math and checking boxes. Which, honestly, is kind of wild. And if you ever think, wait, how does this even work? Just remember it's like when you ask your mom for money and she says, sure, but only if you do your homework. Except the ATM doesn't care about homework. It just wants your PIN. So yeah, the ATM is a combination of a vending machine, a robot, and a security guard. But it's still way more boring than that. Let's keep going. Next up, how the money actually comes out of the machine. You think this is just about getting coffee? Nah, this is about your money. Like, literally. Your card is the only thing between you and the bank, and it's basically your money's tender. If your card gets hacked, you could be out of luck. Imagine your money walking out of the house like it's on a shopping spree and you can't stop it. That's not a metaphor, that's a real thing. Also, your card is basically the only thing keeping you from becoming a bank robber. You're not in a movie, you're in real life, and that card is your only shield. And let's not forget the fees. Your card might look like a cool gadget, but it's also charging you for everything. It's like your money's got a side hustle you didn't sign up for. So yeah, you're not just using a card, you're managing a whole financial system from your pocket. It's like being the captain of a spaceship, but without the cool spacesuit. So, back in the 1960s, banks started using these little plastic cards to let people withdraw cash. Imagine if your bank had a secret club and you got a membership card that let you take money out of the vault. But instead of a vault, it was a safe in a bank. These early cards were like a combo of a key and a membership card. You'd go to a machine, slide in your card, type in your PIN, and voila, cash. But it was still kind of like trying to use a dinosaur phone to order pizza. By the 1970s, these cards were getting more popular, like a meme before it went viral. People started using them for more than just cash, like buying stuff at the store. It was the first time your money could travel without you. Then came the 1980s, and suddenly everyone had a card. It was like the internet before it existed. Everyone wanted to be part of the club, even if they didn't know how it worked. The card was just the VIP pass to the modern economy. Fast forward to today, and your card is basically a tiny computer that talks to banks all over the world. It's like a tiny superhero that lets you spend money without ever leaving your house. Just don't lose it, it's like a superhero with no powers and no phone. So, to recap, your card is a piece of plastic that's basically a time machine. It lets you spend money from the future without ever touching the past. Pretty cool, right? So, imagine your bank is like a piggy bank, and your ATM card is the key to open it. When you stick your card in, it's like telling the piggy bank, hey, I want to take some money out. But instead of coins, the piggy bank has numbers and codes. The machine checks if you're the right person by asking for your PIN, like a secret password only you know. Once it checks your PIN, it says, okay, you're allowed to take money, and gives you the cash, like the piggy bank finally letting you open it and take out your savings. But if you put the wrong PIN in, it's like trying to open a locked box with the wrong key. It won't let you in, and it might even yell at you. And if you put in the wrong PIN too many times, it locks you out, like a kid who keeps trying to open a toy box and gets it stuck. So, your ATM card is like a key to a piggy bank, and your PIN is the password. Together, they let you take out your money if you remember the password. So, you got this card, right? It's like a magic pass to the bank's vault. But it's not a key, it's more like a secret code that says, "Hey, I'm allowed to take some money." This card has a number on it, like your social security number but for banking. It's basically your ID card for cash. You can't just walk up to the ATM and say, "Hey, I want money," no questions asked. The card also has a PIN, which is like a secret password. If you get it wrong 3 times, the machine turns into a grumpy uncle who won't let you in. And of course, your bank has to be in the mood to let you take money. If you've got a bad balance or a negative reputation, they might say, "Not today, buddy." So, step 1 is just getting the card. It's like getting a library card, but instead of books, you get cash. And you get to use it as long as you're not breaking any rules. Okay, so your card gets to the bank, but it's not just a postcard. The machine has to talk to the bank's computer. It's like trying to call your mom from a payphone, but with numbers and codes. The machine sends your card number and asks, "Can I take this money?" The bank checks if you have enough money and if your card is real. It's like when your mom checks if you've done your homework. If everything's good, the bank says, "Okay, take the cash." Then the machine gets the okay and pulls out the cash from a tiny cash drawer. It's like when your little brother finally gets his allowance and pulls out all his candy wrappers. The money goes through a slot and you get it. It's like when your dog finally gets the treat you promised. You're both happy, but the dog is more excited. But here's the catch. If the bank says no, the machine won't give you the money. It's like trying to borrow your mom's car and she says no. You're out of luck, but you're still cool. Okay, so the card goes into the machine, and the machine checks if you're allowed to take that money. It's like a bouncer at a club checking your ID, but with numbers and stuff. The machine asks, "Can this person take this amount?" And the bank says, yes, if they have enough money. But here's the twist. The machine doesn't just ask if you have the money. It also asks if you have the right kind of money. Like, do you have a credit card or a debit card? Because that changes everything. It's like asking if you have a wallet or a piggy bank. So the machine checks your card type, and then it does something really sneaky. It doesn't just let you take the money, it also keeps track of how much you've taken. It's like a piggy bank that's also a spy, secretly counting every penny you take out. Once the machine knows how much you've taken, it sends a message to the bank. It's like a text message from the machine to the bank saying, "Hey, person X took Y dollars. Should I let them take more or not?" And that's how it all works, like a little dance between the machine, the bank, and your card. It's a lot of steps, but it's all done in a blink. So next time you take out cash, remember, it's not magic, it's just a bunch of clever steps, and your card is the main character. So here's the real magic. The chip on your card isn't just a fancy sticker. It's like a tiny library of your banking secrets, all stored in a special code that only your bank can read. And if you ever lose it, it's like losing your library card. You can't check out new books without it. Quick word from our sponsor. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, take a look at the Fire TV Stick 4K streaming device. There's a link and a QR code on screen right now and in the description below. Alright, back to it. But how does it actually talk to the machine? Well, it's like a tiny dance of numbers. The machine asks for a password and the chip replies with a secret handshake, a unique code that proves you're who you say you are. And if the chip gets damaged, you're basically out of luck, like trying to read a book with pages falling out. That's why they make 2 of them, one in the chip and one in the magnetic strip. It's like having 2 copies of your library card in different formats. But here's the kicker. The chip isn't just storing info, it's also doing math. It's like a calculator that knows your account number, your PIN, and the current time. All that math is done in a tiny, secure little brain inside the chip. And if you ever get a chip card with a picture of a cartoon animal, don't worry, that's just a fancy logo. It doesn't do anything except make your card look cool, like a superhero cape for your bank account. So here's the thing, my friend. Think of your ATM card like a superhero ID card. It's got your name, your number, and a secret code that only the bank knows. It's like a passport but for money, and it's also kind of a magic trick. When you stick it in the machine, it's like giving the bank a wink and saying, "Hey, can I borrow some cash?" The machine checks your ID, and if it's legit, it lets you out of the vault. But if you try to use it at a fancy restaurant, it's like trying to use a library card to buy a car. The machine goes, "Not today, sugar," and you're left with a sad look and a bunch of coins. The card itself is just a piece of plastic with some numbers and a chip. It's like a tiny computer that talks to the bank's big computer. It's kind of like a remote control for your money. So yeah, your ATM card is basically a middle finger to your wallet, but with a little more math and a whole lot less drama. It's like magic, but with a lot of buttons and a few rules. So you're thinking, wait, does the ATM even know where my money is? Like, is it in a vault or a cloud? The truth is, the ATM doesn't know where your money is. It just asks the bank, hey, can I take some of this person's money? The bank then checks your account, like a librarian checking a book, and says, yes, they have money. Let's take some. It's not like the ATM is sneaking into a vault and pulling out cash. It's just sending a message and getting a yes or no. So next time you use your card, remember, it's not magic, it's just a really good message delivery system. So here's the thing, you think your ATM card is magic? Nah, it's just a tiny piece of plastic with a number and a chip. It's like your ID card for the bank, but with more zeros. But wait, it's not just a number, it's a secret code that tells the bank, hey, I'm me, and I want to take my money. It's like a password, but the bank already knows you. But here's the kicker, if someone steals your card, they don't just get your money, they get your identity. It's like lending your keys to a thief and then watching them drive off in your car. So next time you swipe your card, remember, it's not magic. It's just a conversation between you, the bank, and a little piece of plastic. And if you lose it, well, that's a story for another time. So, I heard some folks say that your ATM card is like a magic ticket to all the money in the world. But no, that's not how it works. It's more like a library card for your bank account. You can check it out, but you can't take it home. Another myth is that you can just swipe your card anywhere and get cash. Like, you can't just walk into a gas station and say, hey, I want to pay with my ATM card. That's not how it works. You need a merchant account, which is basically a fancy way of saying we need to trust you. Oh, and here's a wild one. Some people think that the card itself has money in it. Like, if you drop it in a puddle, it'll just spew cash. No, the card is just a piece of plastic with a number. The money is stored in a computer somewhere, not in the card. So, the real deal is, your ATM card is like a key. It gives you access to your money, but it doesn't hold it. You need the bank's permission to take it out, and they're not exactly eager to hand it over without checking you're who you say you are. So the next time someone says, I can just use my ATM card everywhere, you can say, nope, it's not a universal key. It's more like a library card for your bank account. And remember, if you ever lose your card, it's not like losing a library card. It's more like losing your keys to a vault. You need to call the bank fast, or you might end up with a very sad piggy bank. So, in short, your ATM card is like a library card. It gives you access, but you can't take the money home. And if you lose it, you better call the bank before your piggy bank gets sad. So you're at a gas station, trying to buy gas, and you realize your card is just a fancy piece of plastic that makes you feel rich. It's like a tiny, glowing superhero in your wallet, quietly doing its job while you sip your coffee. You swipe it, and boom, you're charged like a superhero saving the day. It's like your card is a wizard casting a spell to make money disappear, and you're the hero who gets to keep the loot. But here's the kicker. You never actually see the card doing anything. It's like your phone when you're on Wi-Fi. You know it's working, but you can't see the signal. The card is just a bridge, letting money flow between your bank and the store, like a lazy cash register with a better job. And when you pay with cash, it's like trying to pay with a stone. You have to hand over the money, no magic, no shortcuts. But with the card, it's like using a remote control to tell the store, hey, take my money, I'm good. So next time you swipe, remember, your card is just a fancy piece of plastic that makes you feel rich, and it's hiding in your wallet like a secret superhero, doing its job without a cape or a spotlight. So imagine you're at a gas station, and you're like, I need gas, and I need to pay with my card. You swipe it, and then the machine goes, okay, let's check if that card is real. It's like your card is a VIP pass to a club, and the machine is the bouncer checking your ID. But here's the thing, the machine doesn't just say yes or no. It actually talks to the bank, like a phone call between two strangers. It's like asking your mom if you can go to a party and she says, wait, let me check with your dad. Then the bank says, hey, that card is real, and there's enough money in the account. So the gas station says, okay, take the money and put it in the pump. It's like a relay race where everyone has to pass the baton without dropping it. But if the bank says, nope, that card is fake, or there's not enough money, the machine just says, sorry, nope. It's like your favorite teacher saying, no, you can't go to the movies tonight, and you're like, but I already paid. So in the end, it's all just a bunch of people and machines trying to make sure you don't accidentally empty your bank account at a gas station. It's like having a bunch of friends who are all secretly working together to stop you from being broke. So here's the thing, you can't just take your card and go to the bank like it's a vending machine. Banks don't work like that. They're not a bunch of cash dispensers waiting to be pressed. You have to go to the actual bank, like the real deal, not the digital one. It's like trying to order pizza by phone, but the pizza place is in a different country. But wait, what if you don't want to go to the bank? What if you just want your cash, like, right now? Well, you can use your card at an ATM, but that's still technically going through the bank's system. So even though it looks like magic, it's still just the bank's way of saying, hey, we'll give you cash, but we need to check if you're allowed to. And if you try to do anything too fast, like take out more money than you're supposed to, the bank might start to think you're a villain. They're not evil, they're just trying to protect your money. Before you go, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell us in the comments what you'd like us to make next. We read every single one. Thank you so much for watching. Comment this emoji if you made it to the end.